Okay. Whew. Okay, hi everybody. Just trying to get my camera sorted out. I don't like doing the reverse screen because it turns it into a mirror, which I don't really like. It's like I'm looking at everything the wrong way around. So here you have it, just as we are. Welcome everyone, it's Dean Laprini. I haven't chatted for about a week now. Yeah, very much been feeling deeper into my own journey, and especially about the changes in our human consciousness that are very, very apparent. And I've come today with Sparky. I don't know where she is, but we've come up the mountain again to the pyramid with the all-seeing eye, in order to gain some inner strength as I pave my way into the now, into the future. So we're in some very interesting times right now, and I remember, you know, in March when this first happened, I actually came up to this very rock and to give a message that I believed that there was a golden light emerging from the east, from China, and that it was ushering in a quantum leap into the unified field, is how I worded it back then. And I stand by it today, as we've seen many people coming together, unifying their energy, individually and collectively, to help voice their opinions, and to help shape the way of the future. And this is a good thing, I believe. And also, it also unified the energy of families and brought people together in a much greater space of love. So I'm going to share with you what came to me the last today is a beautiful day, by the way, here in Cape Town. I've had a jump in the ocean. We greeted the river on the way up, and it's just a really awesome Sunday. And so I awoke to the howling winds about 2 nights ago. So Cape Town was hit by some really heavy, hard winds. Many trees were blown down as well. And for me, you know, the elemental energies, we are very much a part of them. We are not separated from them. So people will hear me talking about us being a part of the universal choir, and that there is no separation, non-separation, and that each individual adds his or her voice to this collective choir, if you like. And the elemental energies, the sun, the fire, the wind, the waters, the rain, the hail, the lightning, these are all elemental energies that are a part of our human beingness, our collective consciousness. There is no separation. So the winds of change, the message of the winds of change. And the message was that you can choose to be blown around in all directions as the wind bellows around you. And you can run crazily this way and that way, seeking some shelter. Or you can become one with the wind, become the wind of change. Use your breath, your life force, your spirit breath to spread your song, your gift, your intention, to shape the future you want for yourself, your children, your family, and for the highest good of all. So that was the beginning of the message, and I decided I would come here to the Pyramid with the All-Seeing Eye, which is, for me, the energy center of the peninsula, the solar plexus energy center of the Cape Peninsula. So a very powerful place to come and get into your power. It is a transceptor, a communicator between earth and heaven. And we too are very much transceptors within ourselves and are constantly in communication with our Mother Earth and our Father Sky, the sun, the moon, the stars that are part of our everyday existence. So we are all learning to better sing our universal song and to share our breath. And we have the full moon coming up. In fact, we have a blue moon this time. It's basically, we've just had the full moon on the 2nd, and there'll be another one on the 31st, which is very powerful because that brings us into Beltane, which is May Day. Up north, I guess it would be the equivalent of May Day. So down south here, we are actually experiencing that same time on the 1st of November, which will be very much on this full moon energy. So it's going to be a really powerful time to get out and to celebrate that coming of summer, which is what it's all about, the fire element. And of course the solar plexus is also very much the upward pointing triangle, the fire symbol as well. So the winds of change are all around us, but they are also deep within us. And the regaining our spiritual center is probably the most important thing, I believe, right now. Because if our spiritual core and center is strong, we can overcome any adversity that comes our way. And it's been like that throughout our human existence. And this strength was found in our early ancestors, within the family, within the small family, the small clan, where the spirit was strong and kept strong within each person as they were honored for the gifts, the individual gifts that they had. And they were allowed to develop into the beings that they were meant to become. In other words, to be the song that they came here to sing. So the opportunity now is, of course, just that. It's the winds of change are blowing all around us, and now is the opportunity for us to unify with this collective shift, this collective wind, and join that storm. So you know, we all have our uniqueness. We inherently own our sovereignty as beings of the universe, and we chose to give up our power, our self-governance, to others. You know, we've made them our conductors of this choir, of our choir, if you like, whether it be our family's choir, our community's choir, or the country's choir. We have handed over the conductor's baton, and they are orchestrating us whichever way they like. So we need to understand that we actually need to take back our power. We need to, you know, hold our own baton and conduct ourselves with within the universal choir. That is my personal belief and feeling. So in ending, I'd like to say, may we once again own our own wind, our own breath. Let us breathe again. Our right to speak our truth, and to govern ourselves individually or collectively as we choose. If we want to choose to be governed by others, there's nothing wrong with that, but at least we must know that we have this choice. Personally, I would like to govern myself, as I probably have to a large degree. So let us awaken and remember that we are the wind. We are the winds of change. And they come from within us, within our hearts. And they are released through our breath, through our words, and through our intentions. This is how we add our intention for change into the collective winds. So these intentions are sung out into the universal choir, into the universal breath of life, the cosmic collective winds of change. Let us be that change. Let us become the winds of change. Let us take back the conductor's baton and add our voice into the universal choir. So I will read those words one more time, the message of the winds of change. You can choose to be blown around in all directions as the wind bellows around you, and you run crazily this way and that way, seeking some shelter. Or you can become one with the wind, become the wind of change. Use your breath, your life force, your spirit breath to spread your song, your gift, your intention to shape the future that you want for yourself, for your children and your family, and the change you want for the highest good of all others. Let us individually and collectively generate our storm, our wind of change, a change that ushers in a newfound love and respect for all nature and for all life. So that is my message of the winds of change for you all to hear, and if it resonates with you, remember your song and sing it out loud. Be the storm, be the wind of change within yourself as an individual, and breathe into the collective storm of change so that we can individually and collectively shape a future that is one that holds the greatest integrity and the greatest love and respect for all nature and all life. So thanks everybody. One other thing I wanted to share within this Winds of Change, I too am changing some of my tour schedules because a lot of the international tours are not running yet. I will be holding that intention for more journeys, conscious journeys to many of the sacred sites across Southern Africa. So a colleague of mine and friend, Fleur Barragan, Fleur de Vet, who does circle dance all over the world, right from Celtic to fairy and you name it. Circle dance is very well known all over the world, a fantastic way to engage with sacred sites and do meditation and intentions. And Fleur and myself are going to be doing a 6-day journey along the garden route at the end of this month, so that it will actually be culminating on the full moon of Beltane. on the 31st, and we finish actually on the 1st of November. So it starts on the 27th, and we run through to the 1st of November. And we will travel along the garden route. We're going to actually start off at the Warmwaterberg, and we are going into the hot springs for a cleansing. Our first night is going to be in the Ebb and Flow Nature Reserve. We're going to go visit a great mother cave there. We'll do some meditation, circle dance. We then head to Storms River mouth. We'll be staying overnight there and visiting another ancient sacred cave there. From there we move to Plettenberg Bay. We'll be visiting Robberg, some of the great guardian stone beings there, an ancient rock drum, and we'll also be visiting the Cathedral Rock, or what people know as Arch Rock, which is a very powerful sacred gathering place of the ancient peoples. It's a massive 150-foot high yoni that opens up into the ocean at the mouth of the Maikes River. We will then be visiting also on our way back towards Cape Town, Mossel Bay, and the Pinnacle Point Caves, which are now known as the origin of human culture. Some of the first engravings that were done in red ochre were found there to be well over 70,000, some even 100,000 years old. So why do we do this? It's because every time I come to these sacred places, it's like I remember a piece of myself. And for me, this time that we're in now is the time of the great remembering, the bringing back of the pieces of ourselves, so that we can once again be whole and feel strong within ourselves and within our being. So because we are part of the collective consciousness of humanity, these ancient sacred caves and earth temples of our early ancestors, they hold much of the spirit and the consciousness of our early human beingness. And I believe that their spirit and their consciousness was one that had this deep love and respect for all nature and for all life. So whenever we spend time in meditation within these places, we somehow bring a little piece of ourselves back together again. So this journey, I just wanted to say, is happening, and it will be starting on the 27th. It's very short notice. The good news is that this is a very, very well-priced journey. 6 days, and it's going, including all accommodation and transport, it's going to be only 7,000 Rand. So Fleur and I are offering this as a gift, as it helps people it's going to help us and others to get out into the nature of things and to do some amazing inner and outer work. So if you would like to join us on this awesome journey, just have a look on my Facebook. I don't have it on my website. It was a very impromptu sort of journey that we created. There's only room for 11 people. So if you want to join, please get a hold of me as soon as possible. So sending you all much love and messages from the winds of change. Until we speak again, much love, blessings to you all. Thank you.